Here we go, boys. Fuck somewhat, imagine.
Huh? We're live already? Hey everyone! Welcome to the program, and thank you to our sponsor, the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm your host, Astral Express crew member, March 7th. I've been watching my favorite streamer in preparation, but this is still my first time hosting, so go easy on me if I mess up, okay? What was I supposed to say again? I think it was...
Follow Max and Gotcha.
Don't forget to like, follow, and share, or I'll chicken out.
You forgot to subscribe!
And
you forgot to say subscribe!
And then... Oh, without further ado, let's get right into the trailer.
7 out of 10 execution. If you said like, comment, and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below, that'd be perfect.
Attention all spectators! Attention all spectators! The Interastral Tournament Festival
Oh, Guinaifen!
is about to commence! Please
What's your design? Yes, I'm like, what? Don't tell me it's doubled up. Let me check.
My friends, join me in this dance. Let's bring this exquisite celebration to its climax.
No, it is me, it is me. Can you still hear it? Oh no. Topaz! Better? Okay, let me do that again. Form. There we go. If you can hear it, perfect. Alright, so we're working, we're good. No more technical difficulties.
So I could surrender myself to the Alliance.
Hey, she's blind.
And atone for my sins.
It's Midley, you boys.
The last you see of me.
Okay.
Blade of Moonlight. High Cloud Quintet. It is time to say goodbye.
Dude, all I care about is Guinaifen and Topaz.
Sure thing. Where were we? Hi everyone! As March said, I'm Himiko, navigator of the Astral Express. Today I'll be introducing you to a living Xianzhou legend, Jingliu.
Ah! Okay, I guess. Skip because she's blind. Are you skipping? Yep. She isn't blind, dude. She is.
Nicely put. Her power is actually deeply connected to the moon's phases. Jingliu is an ice-type character following the path of destruction, who uses 2 different states in combat.
Different states? What's that?
Think of it this way. When Jingliu is in prolonged combat, her Mara-struck persona takes over and she changes states. When Jingliu uses her skill, Transcendent Flash, she accumulates stacks of syzygy.
Whoa! Isn't Transcendent Flash the legendary sword move from Mr. Cien's story? The one that cuts through time itself?
You sure seem well-versed in High Cloud Quintet stories, March. When syzygy stacks up to a set amount, Jingliu is consumed by Mara and enters a spectral transmigration state. In the spectral transmigration
So that's when she goes
state,
unblind.
Jingliu's every attack deducts a set percentage of HP from her ally's max HP. However, her attack increases according to the corresponding total HP consumed.
See? I
So she's a
told you
HP
she has her
siphon
allies.
for her
While
own
in the
allies.
spectral transmigration state, Jingliu's skill, Transcendent Flash, becomes Moon on Glacial River, and she is unable to launch basic attacks. Moon on Glacial River doesn't consume skill points, but does consume stacks of syzygy. When stacks reach 0, Jingliu exits the spectral transmigration state. Jingliu's ultimate, Floor Ephemeral
I'm not gonna lie,
Dreamflux,
even though I am
deals
skipping
a
her,
set
she
percentage
sounds
of her
insane.
attack as ice damage to a single target and adjacent enemies, as well as granting her additional stacks of syzygy.
Whether it's normal state ice
fuck is
beauty
syzygy?
Jingliu,
Yes.
or red-eyed
There's your answer.
spectral transmigrator state Jingliu, she's one heck of a sword master.
According to Xianzhou records, she was taken by the Ten Lords before the onset of Mara and subsequently detained in the shackling prison. The famous confrontation with her apprentice, Jing Yuan, would come later.
Becoming Mara-struck is an unavoidable fate for Xianzhou long-life
Look,
species.
ultimately she looks
But
really
they're
good.
still trying to find a
I'm
way
just
to
gonna skip her
create
because I need
cycle.
Topaz.
In the brand new 1.4 mission, Clouds Leave No Trace, an anonymous letter silently appears on the Express. It seems an unexpected visitor has extended an invitation and is looking to connect with
I want
Don
this.
Hung to delve deeper into the tale of the Xianzhou. Past events may...
For this episode, I did loads and loads of research. Plus, I got lots of tips from my favorite streamer.
And which streamer would this be?
Ta-da! She's a streamer called Guinaifen.
She?
Her streams are super entertaining.
Guinaifen? I can't say I've heard of her.
You haven't? She's on the Xianzhou too. How about... I know! I'll tell you all about her.
This is the real W, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're here for. We're here for the streamer and the goddamn 4-star character that breaks bricks with her damn chest. This is the peak character design that we all want. And she's also got a dog, so W. Can't believe they're putting two 5-stars on the same banner.
Sleep, and I ended up watching... She is. Although I feel like she mainly uses them to impress her bestie. Did you know that Guinaifen is actually a street performer? Not to mention she's also
I knew that.
super talented
I
on
did.
the battlefield. Guinaifen is a fire
God,
type
look at the way she
character
stands!
full of
Nah, dude.
ability.
E6.
When using her skill, Blazing Welcome, Guinaifen launches firecrackers, dealing fire damage
got
to
so
her
much
target
finesse.
and adjacent enemies with a chance of inflicting burn. After unlocking the Trace High Pulls, her basic attack, Standing Ovation, also has a chance of inflicting enemies with burn.
I'm curious. Why firecrackers exactly?
Guinaifen
She's a
says
super
that in
performer.
Xianzhou legends, artists use firecrackers to fend off scary beasts. In return, the nobility supported the artists financially. Guinaifen is just continuing the tradition, and friendly locals are only too happy to support her. Funnily enough, her talent is called Patreon benefits. When Guinaifen is on the battlefield,
Patreon
enemies
benefits.
sustain burn damage, there's a chance they'll enter a Fire Kiss state. Fire Kiss is stackable and limited to a set number of turns. While in the Fire Kiss state, enemies sustain increased damage. Which reminds me, I think Guinaifen live-streamed a battle once too. Her ultimate,
That's a kid.
Watch this showstopper, summons and detonates an even bigger firecracker in the form of a D-Ting, dealing fire damage to all enemies. Targets already inflicted with burns sustain additional damage as a set percentage of the fire damage.
Is this what the kids call going viral? I'd love to see her combat livestream data. I bet it was an instant hit.
Hey, look, what are you doing? Don't say that!
Her stream was taken down halfway through. I think she violated the platform's fire safety policy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah! Ow! Oh! She threw the tornado! Oh my god, Numby.
Topaz is a rising star in the
Oh, yeah.
IPC Strategic Investment Department. Topaz's prowess in the
Okay, I'm
former
sold.
is just as swift as
Topaz,
formidable in the latter.
Guinaifen
You better
E6.
believe, Numby,
If you get Jingliu,
you
that's
fight
actually an
back.
owl on your
Topaz
end. Sorry.
and Numby are fire-type characters following the path of the
Oh
hunt.
shit! I
At
just
the
sits
start
on
of
all
an
this.
allied turn, if no enemy on the battlefield is inflicted with proof of death, Topaz will inflict this state on a random enemy, thereby boosting the follow-up attack damage they receive. During battle, Numby starts out with an initial speed and acts autonomously, attacking enemies inflicted with proof of death.
Oh!
Including Numby's own turns, every time an ally follow-up attack hits an enemy inflicted with proof of death, Numby's action is advanced forward.
Seems like Numby and Topaz share a strong bond.
They make a tight unit.
She wears him on a...
Topaz's
Dude!
skill, difficulty pan.
I
is able
need
to
it.
reallocate proof
I've
of
never
death to
needed a character
different
more in my
target,
life.
allowing Numby to immediately launch an assault.
Where's
and deal
Numby
set
as a
percentage of
hat?
Topaz's attack as fire damage to the new target.
Bruh.
This counts as a follow-up attack. Topaz's ultimate, Turn a Profit, allows Numby to enter the Windfall Bonanza state. In this state, damage and crit damage dealt by Numby both experience an increase. If that wasn't enough, every time an ally's basic attack, skill, or ultimate hits an enemy inflicted with proof of death, Numby's action is additionally advanced forward. After Numby launches a set number of
Ooh.
attacks, this effect is dispelled.
Whoa.
Okay, no, she's
Numby
actually
got
insane.
moves.
Some believe that everything possesses a soul. I believe that if you treat all living things with genuine care, regardless of whether they're human, they'll respond in kind.
She runs
Hold
with
on
him
your
too.
ass, folks.
Oh yeah,
Numby's
dude.
not done yet.
Oh yeah.
Topaz and Numby's technique,
That's on my left, dude. I love this.
allows Topaz to summon Numby when entering a map. Numby then automatically seeks out basic treasures and trotters within a certain range, leading
He's paid to win.
Topaz right to the loot. The best part? Trotters won't be alerted to their approach, and this effect doesn't even consume technique points. If Topaz and Numby enter combat after using their technique, our little warp trotter regenerates a set amount of Topaz's energy after launching their first attack. If Topaz and Numby are still in the team after winning a battle entered in this way, the team receives a small amount of additional credits up to a set daily limit. The above also goes for winning
Credit
battles
farmer as
entered
well.
in this way within the simulated universe. But instead of credits, the team receives a small amount of cosmic fragments with a chance to bag a random curio.
That's quite.
That's
the
actually
skill
kind of
set.
crazy, no?
So without further ado, let's unveil version 1.4's eagerly awaited 5-star characters. During the first phase of 1.4 in the character Event Warp, Gentle Eclipse of the Moon, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Jingliu. And during the second phase of 1.4, 2 character Event Warps will become available. In the character Event Warp, Sunset Claws,
Is it
Trailblazers can
time?
obtain the limited 5-star characters Topaz and Numby. Meanwhile, in the character Event Warp, Butterfly on Sword Tip, the limited
Give me
5-star
Tingle.
character Zila will be making a return.
Okay,
And
rerun
I
as well.
forgot
Rerun
to
confirmed.
mention, The 4-star character
Zila's back.
Guinaifen will also be a part of these 2 second phase.
The game's 4
character
months old. We need
events.
reruns already?
Look who's back. It's Zila. Feels like forever since we last saw her in Belobog.
Characters aside, we're also
What the
eagerly
hell?
anticipating
Guineifen's on that one too.
5-star light cones. At 1.4,
Alright, let's check light cones out.
Light cone event warp.
Let's check 'em.
The drop rate of the 5-star light cone, I shall be my own sword, will be boosted.
It's that sword-wielding beauty again.
Standing there in the moonlight without her blindfold, amidst all those flowers. Quite the sight.
I mean, looks cool. It's a shame she's blind though.
Unforgettable.
Meanwhile, in 1.4's second phase light cone event warps, the drop rates for the 5-star light cones, Worrisome Blissful, and In the Night will be boosted.
Wow, Topaz is so lucky to be surrounded by so many cute, fluffy.
Oh yeah, dude.
Can we get one for the express?
Look at the
Nico?
cats.
Please.
I'm afraid that might
Yeah.
not be possible.
Yeah.
I remember Pom Pom saying they're not keen on having anything that sheds fur in the carriages.
But Pom
6 banners? Yeah, this is insane.
Fur.
You know, I'm afraid I can't comment on internal IPC matters. That said, I heard the Express crew will be heading to Eurillo 6 for the Trailblaze Continuance Future Market. Looking forward to seeing you all in Belobog.
Huh? How did you know about that?
Preliminary research is crucial for the smooth progression
Yo,
of
it
any
looks
project.
sick.
Our data collection lead informed me about a significant site on Eurillo 6 known as the Pillars of Creation, a memorial symbolizing centuries of Velabogian resistance. Out of respect, I intend to pay a visit there with a few colleagues.
Colleagues?
Oh, where are my manners? Let me introduce them. Senior staff,
What
team
the
leaders,
hell is that,
grunt,
dude?
field personnel, and grunt, security personnel.
They look pretty slick, but I can't help but wonder.
Are they enthusiastic about
This
a
place
trip
looks
to
sick.
an ice planet?
I'm afraid enthusiasm doesn't come into it. The IPC's balance sheet isn't the best right now. We haven't got the capital to outsource missions like these.
That explains the recent disturbance in the corporation. As if thousands of voices suddenly sighed in exhaustion and were suddenly silenced.
So
let's
it
set
is
that aside
story?
for now. You know, I've heard all about the achievements of the Astral Express. I also heard that the train's navigator was a lady of unparalleled beauty and talent. It was a pleasure
New enemies?
to
Yeah,
meet you
W.
at last, Miss Himiko.
I'll take any new content whatsoever,
Another
man.
reason for coming on the show today? I hope I lived up to your expectations.
You exceeded them. Next time, let's see if we can meet up in person.
I'm sure we can make that happen. Once your work in Belobog is done, perhaps you'd like to drop by the Express.
It's a deal. I've always wanted to set eyes on the Express.
Jeez. Can we get a room for these guys already?
Get a room? What does that mean?
As another gesture of the corporation's goodwill, I'd like to introduce a brand new event for everyone to take part in.
Go on, co-op event, do it to us.
Nice!
Recognized universally as the leading video game brand, Aetherium Wars is set to unveil an offline fan event on Eurillo 6, the Interastral Tournament Festival.
I'm confused.
Aetherium Wars? What's that?
Think
Oh,
of it
it's
as
the-
a
yo!
holographic video game.
that
To
a-
secure a spot in the grand
that a guaranteed
final,
4-star?
contestants must collect and nurture ether spirits, which can be found within victory zones.
Ether spirits?
I'd venture to guess they're much like Numby here. Digital replicas of creatures designed to serve as combat companions.
Wait, that's kind of
You are,
cool.
Miss Himiko.
Okay, no, this is
Knowledge
sick.
in this
Wait,
area
no, this is actually sick.
surprising.
I've heard a thing or two about the IPC's research and cultivation programs. Am I right in assuming that the aim of this event is to analyze the suitability of different species as fighting companions?
It's like a battle royale.
And we
It's
stand by
actually
our
awesome.
promise that no real-life creatures will be harmed during Aetherium Wars. The IPC has renovated an old weapons testing ground to serve as a tournament venue. We've also set up victory zones in different locations: Herta Space Station, Eurillo 6, and the Xianzhou Laofu.
Okay,
Those who
that's
manage
actually
to
a sick
defeat
event.
The championship contenders in each victory zone and complete the hyperlink challenges will be greeted with generous rewards. It's also worth noting that ether spirits, both allied and enemy alike, are classified into 3 types: mechanical, humanoid, and aberrant. In combat, these types have a cyclical relationship.
This is
with each one
Pokemon, bro.
countering another. Attacking enemies that are vulnerable to your current ether spirit's type will allow
He's got
you to
95
deal
minutes.
extra
Dude,
damage.
Panaconi is not coming
Oh,
until
so picking a
2.0.
type that
I don't know why you think it
counters your
will.
opponents is super important.
You got it. Furthermore, as you advance through the competition, you'll gain access to the even more formidable Overlord Ether Spirits, which
This
can be
is sick.
developed to boost their combat prowess.
So the deeper you delve into the competition, the fiercer the fights become. This is gonna be quite the contest.
Alright, nah, this is the best event they've done yet. I can say that with my whole
You
chest.
do it.
Boom.
First off, during the 1.4 release, the Planar Infinity event is making its debut. Herta and 3 other members of the Genius Society made some small renovations to the simulated universe, but each of them threw a spanner in the works.
Another?
No damage, the universe is beginning to expand exponentially. Madam Herta wanted me to pass a message on to our Trailblazers. Don't panic,
God,
just
dude.
a minor bug. You
The
will
sim
be
you just
safe.
dunks on.
Minor
Yo!
bug?
Run,
Really?
man!
It doesn't sound like it.
It's true! The spanners in question cause the simulated universe's blessings and curios to multiply. As such, in Planar Infinity's Ordinary Plane challenges, Trailblazers can obtain some wonderful buffs.
Imagine being a
For
Genshin fan and seeing all this stuff, dude.
example?
You'd actually, like,
Example.
burst a
A
damn,
cosmic
like,
big lotto
you
that
pop an
won't
artery.
Disappoint?
Oh, wow!
See what I mean? Following an ordinary plane challenge, Trailblazers will enter Herda's Manic Plane with their buffs in tow. Every time Trailblazers successfully challenge a wave of enemies, a floor is successfully cleared. As floors are cleared, Trailblazers will face off against increasingly difficult enemies until...
Uh-oh.
Is it
I
endless?
knew there was a catch.
Wait, this might be an endless
now
game
we
mode.
have to fight attrition warfare?
Yeah, endless!
Herda wants to test the limits of the simulated universe's memory. Don't panic, Ms. March. As long as Trailblazers obtain as many buffs as they can in the ordinary plane challenges, they'll be able to face down the Manic Plane with full strength. Trust me, in the simulated universe, anything is possible.
Dude, an
Really?
endless game mode is perfect.
I don't believe you.
You must believe me! I promise, Trailblazers. It's a walk in the park. I'm begging you.
Now I really don't believe
Alright,
you.
if that is actually truly endless gameplay, that... Okay, another temple.
Version 1.4
Bravissimo.
be
Yo, boys.
without the ever
Genshin
simulated
3-year anniversary just dropped.
event. Come on, y'all. Give it up in the back. Let's hear it for checking in.
Woohoo! Check in.
Also in 1.4, we're
God.
welcoming in a story
Ah.
replay feature. When interacting with characters in the story, Trailblazers can now pause dialogue and review surrounding context.
Okay, that's helpful.
All that juicy lore and tasty exposition buried under trigger-happy mouse clicks, waiting to be rediscovered.
This doesn't mean you can make new choices, though. So always
That's
make
kinda cool.
choices that you know you won't regret.
We'll also be seeing the return of
And
the
double
Planar
planars.
Fisher and
Oh, yeah.
realm of the strange events. During the events, successfully challenging the simulated universe and Cavern of Corrosion can earn you a set amount of double reward.
Genshin players are sobbing. Dude,
Nice,
Genshin players
double
are
rewards.
upset.
He really made a break for it.
Got 'em.
Anyway, so that's all for today's program. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm your host, March 7th, wishing all you guys a great day.
W. Absolute W. Can we just, like, talk about how being a Genshin fan right now is just, like, you're being a masochist. You cannot enjoy that game seeing what the other games from the same goddamn developer are getting. That patch, 1.4, in and of itself, completely embarrasses the 3-year anniversary of Genshin. It's not even close. Like, there is no comparison you can really even make that makes either of them even close to each other. I don't know how Hoyo can have such a bias and be so open about it. It's kind of crazy. It's the best game ever made. This is easily the best gacha game ever created so far. For sure. But yeah, this completely embarrasses Genshin. Like, the juxtaposition from seeing how bad Genshin rewards are, and Genshin events, and Genshin story, seeing that, and then seeing how chock full of content our game is insane. Anyway, this is a YouTube video, so like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna go. Goodbye.